Tatalunin daw ng Team Iran ng Gilas Pilipinas sa opening game ng WUS sa China sa opening game dahil gustong patunayan ng head coach ng Iran na sila pa rin ang mas malakas kapag nakakaharap nila ang Pilipinas sa basketball. Ipapakita daw ng Iran ang kanilang bagong sistema, mga bagong player na kayang talunin ang Pilipinas sa pocket tournament o sa kahit anong laban sa basketball. Ayon pa sa report, di hamak daw na mas malakas daw talaga ang Iran sa basketball at napatunayan na nila ito sa history ng basketball sa Asian region. Ganun ba?
The hoops action between Senegal, the Philippines, and Iran for this tournament.
Yeah. Well, here in the second half, we inserted Pugoy as part of the starting five, the only change. And he goes strong to the hoop, scores, and one.
R. Pugoy off to a good start. 8 points now in the matchup. Could be 9 as a bonus free throw is coming up. And you
try to get it off the glass. Let's see if he can complete the three-point play. Misses, however, but gets his own rebound.
Get the ball back. Fajardo has yet to score. Dwight Ramos, three-point shot, no good. But Fajardo secures the board.
You should take him now.
Newsome. Back to Dwight. 4 seconds to shoot. Someone needs to make a decision here. Ramos on the drive. Passes it at the last moment. Results to a turnover. Could have been a shot already for Dwight. As Dalir Zahan comes up empty on that fast break attack. Counter, fast break run. Dwight Ramos laces it up and in.
So he's also in double figures right now, no? Dwight Ramos together with Jimmy Malonzo.
And they have led the Philippines to this 10-point advantage, 44-34. Could have been an 8-second violation there versus Iran. Swooping layup is good with a foul.
Possible three-point play.
You know, no one, Dr. J, no one has scored more than 6 points for Iran. Very balanced scoring for their side.
Yeah. Well, I think because we've also been able to scout them, you know, so it's also we had adjusted our defense to the kind of offense that they're playing.
Ramos now looking for Fajardo, double team coming. Jumar dribbles it out, right? Back to Dwight Ramos. Repose, reseal, Ramos. Nice pass, but Fajardo could not finish.
Gotta finish stronger than that. You're the biggest player on the floor.
Fajardo still trying to get himself into a groove here. As that pull-up jumper.
Oh!
Home by Majid. Majid Rahimian with his second 3-ball of the matchup. And just like that, it's only a 4-point lead for the Philippines after leading by 10 points. Ramos is really trying to set up Fajardo, but he forces up a shot this time, missing on the one-hander. Dalir Zahan on the move, gets the bump.
Straight points. And Sam trying to add 2 more from the free throw line.
Last couple of possessions have looked stagnant, Dr. J, for the Philippines, as I think they were trying a little too hard to look for Junmar Fajardo.
Yeah, and the other thing, when Junmar had a 12-footer, he should have taken it because their defensive player sagged off. Junmar was still trying to get it to his teammates. I think there is a point there where he must be able to take that jump shot.
Split from the line, so the score is 44-41. A substitution here as Renz Abando comes in for Dwight Ramos.
Abando.
Forward pass, here we go. Abando will sky.
Abando has 2 defensive stops with a block, and this one he slams it home.
Showing off the athleticism on both ends of the floor. The chase down, block, and then two-handed throw down. And now the Philippines is ahead by 5 points once again, 46-41. Step through move does not work out for Dalir Zahan as the rebound is caught by Newsome. Newsome, Bando, baseline drive. They recover. Newsome will reset the play. R. Pugoy, good pass. Fajardo finally scores.
Finally, Junmar getting a field goal here, no? And establishing a 7-point lead for Gilas Pilipinas.
Good little 4-0 counter for the Philippines after that 6-0 run for Iran. Difficult look there. The There's also another Philippine stop. RR Pogoy on the drive, kicks it out. Abando to Malonzo. More open on the three, but this time it won't work. Fajardo, foul down low, he'll take two.
And that's what he always does well. Get offensive rebounds, give you the pump fake, and then tries to take it hard.
Look at this play one more time. As Renz Abando goes for the block and the dunk.
Well, Coach Cho trying to put two big men now, Carlo, to ease, the pressure on Junmar Fajardo. They're simply double teaming him, forcing him to give up the ball.
And it'll be interesting, Dr. J, to see him playing alongside AJ Edu. This
Correct.
is the first time we're seeing it in this ball game.
Yeah. I think everybody's anxious to see what he can do playing alongside Edu, who did very well in his stint in the first half. No?
Like Dr. J, we know the chemistry between Junmar Fajardo and Japet. Now let's see if he can also do that with AJ. And so far, so good. AJ with the tap to retain possession. Pogoy is open. That will not work though, but it was a beautiful look coming from RR Pogoy. Just could not send it home.
Yeah, you can't blame the shot. No? And you should take the shot when you're given that kind of opportunity.
7-point lead for the Philippines. Jumper won't work. Edu with another board. Lusam directing traffic, goes down to Fajardo. You have a foul there. Baseline out of bounds action here. Curl for Pogoy. Sends it out to Junmar. Fajardo waiting for the handoff to Nusam. Nu. Mid-range. He was blocked. 5 seconds still on the shot clock. Fajardo comes up short. Another great possession there for Gilas Pilipinas. Let's see if they can make up for it on the defensive end. Azari on the move. Lost his grip on the basketball. Taken away by Pogoy. That, I think, bounce off of the foot of Pogoy. So a wasted fast break opportunity for Gilas, Dr. J.
Yeah, lost an opportunity for a fast break because there was interference run by the defender. Another substitution here for Iran, taking out a big man here.
Yazarlu Amir Hussein stepping out of this ball game. Arab Sadeh checking in. 48-41 is the count, still a 7-point lead as we approach the midway mark of the third quarter. AJ Edu doing his best to defend here. Bother the shot and force a miss. Picks up the rebound. Another good stint, Dr. J, for AJ Edu here in the third quarter.
Good defense.
Ball was stripped from Abando, so it'll stay with the Philippines. Still a lot of time remaining, 17 on the clock.
17 seconds, and we're going to see Bobby Ray Parks given another opportunity here in the third quarter. It's a good substitution. Pogoy has missed a couple of shots already here after making that layup at the start of the third.
But you also understand why Coach Chot Reyes wants to play him a lot of minutes.
You know, he knows him.
Yep. He to get back into shape as Fajardo converts on that mid-range look. 9-point lead for Gilas Pilipinas, 50-41. Azari pulls the trigger for three. Rims out. AJ Edu with another board.
And Junmar, giving it to him. He didn't try to jump with him. That was a good seal, but they didn't get the ball to Junmar.
Maybe AJ was not yet comfortable making that high-low pass. As Abando pulls the trigger, does not sink the three-point shot. Three-point look won't work, but the tap goes back to Iran, taken away though by Abando, and now they're rushing down court. Junmar
Good
goes
seal.
down low to Edu.
Yes!
Thank God. Led to the Philippines, establishing their biggest lead of the ball game so far.
Well, Japet Aguilar there now teaming up with Edu in the front court, giving Junmar a rest. Good defense. 3-second violation called against Iran.
And Dr. J, in the international game, when you go inside the shaded area and you fake, if you don't shoot,
you're in trouble.
That's an automatic call.
You're in trouble.
If you pass it out, they will call a 3-second violation automatically. As CJ, ooh, pass is a good idea. But Japet was not ready for it.
The
Maybe
idea
a little
was
too
correct,
strong.
no? The reception was not. And Japet, we can say in our vernacular, manghihinayang, no? Na hindi niya natanggap yung paso na yun.
Could have been an easy basket there for Aguilar. 52-41. That will not work. Well defended by Japet. CJ using the brush screen from AJ Edu. Abando dumping the ball inside. Now they swing it over. Perez attacks middle. Perez could not finish right there at the cup.
He's having a rough night today. Turnovers, not being able to finish at the basket.
Has not yet scored in this ball game. Talking about CJ Perez. But Iran's offense is a little out of its usual flow, Dr. J, here in the third quarter. They're both have 8. AJ Edu with 7 points in this match. And that will be an N1 for Iran to finally halt the bleeding.
Yeah. Japet has just he's the type of a player. Once he gets a score going for himself, he can pull himself together. Sometimes he gets a little frustrated with himself. And you just have to be tougher than that.
Azari with the free throw, and that's good.
And cut down the lead to 8 on that 3-point play. 2 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the third quarter.
AJ waiting for the handoff. Edu still with the basketball. Struggling to find a recipient, and that pass was stolen. Japet with a denial, and the stop is completed. Forward pass now to Abando. He does not have the numbers. Abando doesn't care as he scores.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an
Offensive
offensive
foul.
foul against him.
That's what we call chicken wing.
Wasted opportunity again on the fast break. As the referee calling an offensive foul on Abando. Still an 8-point lead for Gilas. Azari goes between the legs on the snatch back. Gorgeous shot coming from the Iranian.
So it's a 5-0 run against us. 6-0 run. 52-46.
TJ on the drive, one-hander.
Finally
it falls.
And you can see him squat after making the shot like he's so happy with himself. That should give him some confidence here.
54-46 is the count now, an 8-point advantage. Another 3 on the way.
Good rebounder by Japet.
But he was swarmed by 3 defenders. Azari, foot on the line, long 2, won't work. CJ with the board. Edu sealing early, but they could not deliver him the basketball. CJ finishes with the left.
Oh, once that first shot went in, makes it so much easier for the player. You take the monkey out of your back, easier to score. No?
Back-to-back hits for Perez. And now back to a 10-point lead for the Philippines, 56-46. Only 7 seconds to work with. They find Azari once again. That shot, I think, was touched by Japet. Forward pass, Grants pulls the trigger, won't work for 3, but AJ working hard on the boards, gets another one.
Now we can use the clock a little bit. No? There's a difference of about 8 seconds.
CJ one-on-one. Shoots from downtown and he sinks it.
7 straight points for CJ Perez.
And now establishing the biggest lead of the ball game for Gilas Pilipinas. Buzzer beating attempt will be short. As CJ Perez this ball game already.
Yeah, and we have Kiefer Rabena and Calvin Octana coming into the ball game. Sorry. Knew that if he continued complaining, he might get another technical.
That's why he decided against it. Again, Ravena, Oftana on the floor alongside Parks. Japet Aguilar and CJ Perez. That is the five right now of Coach Chot Reyes. Kiefer did a decent job of quarterbacking in the minutes he played in the first half. Had 3 assists in the ball game. Kiefer, crossover, nice pass. CJ another 3. This time it's short though, but Oftana taps it over to Perez to keep the possession for the Philippines.
Yeah, that's using your brains a little bit there. Don't force a shot. Use the shot clock and get a better shot. Open shot now.
Tough
Yes!
for Oftana, but it's good for 3. And that will be his first basket of the ball game.
So little separation now, Carlo. 16-point lead. Biggest of the ball game for Gilas Pilipinas. Better defense in the second half.
Yeah.
Better outside shooting.
And that's why Iran has been forced to take difficult shots. Oftana defending a bigger opponent.
Oh.
Look, and again, Dr. J, when you defend tenaciously
Yeah.
with good intensity, sometimes you might not get the calls, but at least you know that the presence, the defensive energy is there for Gilas.
Yeah, you're correct. At the same time, you're letting the opponents know you're not getting any freebies
Yeah.
for me underneath the basket. We're all going to be all there. And he missed the first free throw, so that's already a point save if he didn't defend hard, no? So he splits his charities.
15-point lead still for Gilas, 62-47. Again, tomorrow it will be Gilas versus the squad of Senegal. So Senegal is preparing for the pre-Olympic qualifying tournament as Japet gets a friendly bounce.
Now that might get him started. Remember I said that. Once he feels that he has made the basket, you know, it's going to make the game easier for him. Because we know what he can do, you know.
4 points in the ball game for Japet as they are shutting down all options in this possession. Only 4 to shoot here. As Parks takes the ball away, Ray on the move. Layup is good with a foul.
That was a bad foul there by Bobby Ray Parks had a clear saying that. Well, I really believe that because I've seen him in the past. No? Maybe I should keep my mouth shut. When he released it, I said, no. We have missed 5 free throws at least here, Carlo, in this ball game.
But
Maybe more.
but the last one was on you, Dr.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Bobby.
66-47, still a 19-point lead though.
Well, that's a foul there on Oftana again. Little aggressive.
But again, sometimes it will happen. What's important is they're defending with great intensity.
2 team fouls already called against Gilas Pilipinas. Bobby Ray Parks being replaced here by Edo was impressed us a little bit with his game here. Overall, offensively and defensively.
7 points, 7 rebounds, and a block for AJ Edu.
Another steal here.
This time by 30. Forward pass of Tana. Goes to the other side and hits the basket with a foul.
This is also the bane of this Iranian team that we saw yesterday against Senegal. They commit a lot of turnovers and it resulted in easy layups or dunks for the big Senegalese team. No?
Now turnovers hurting Iran all over again. The Philippines has blown this game wide open.
21 points.
47.
What was the biggest lead yesterday? I think 20, no? Couple of times, no? But then it was the fourth quarter where Iran made that big comeback. But here, the Gilas Pilipinas not letting up. You can see how tough their defense is.
And
Fighting
again,
over screens.
Dr. J, Iran prides itself with playing their system as
Another good block
oh
by Edo.
goodness, I thought that was a clean block once again, but a foul was called.
His presence is always there, huh? Oh, that's up in the air, no? You can see there was no body contact.
And that will force a smile from
Dwight
Dwight
Ramos.
Ramos. And 3D Ravena knows all about those highlight dunks that somehow end up being called as fouls. Kaya kahit pati siya nangihinayang for AJ. But again, foul or not, that was great defensive presence from
by
AJ
Edu.
It leads to a miss from the free throw line.
Yeah, and Edu was coming from the weak side to help. So he just covered the man for his two misses. It's almost the second time he has lost possession of the ball after a rebound. Edu is not giving it up. That's tough. AJ Edu.
That's just pure effort coming from the young big. He was not able to play a single tune-up game during the European training camp due to a badly sprained ankle, but now looking like he's near 100% already, and we're seeing just a small glimpse, Dr. J, of what he can deliver.
Yeah. This guy is a legitimate 6'8", maybe 6'9" player, no? And he's long, huh? Get up. Remember, I think his career was, halted a little bit because of an injury, that took him out for a while.
Well, that's multiple knee injuries that he had to battle back from, but now looking good for Gilas as Oftana misses on that outside shot. 3 minutes already gone by in your fourth quarter in this friendly matchup between Iran and the Philippines. Iran still not getting anywhere with this set. They will rely on a one-on-one here. Easily tapped out. Great defense still for the Philippines. 1.3 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Iran.
I think they're going zone here. Just want to make sure that you cover the basket here, no? Let them shoot from the outside.
That shot.
And he made it.
Good. As Japet could not close out because they were in zone. So when the big man popped out,
Yeah.
there was no way to stop it. 69-49.
But you like him, Carlo, because he knew exactly the time left on the shot clock, and he took it quickly. Good fake.
But only a long
Open
two
shot.
foot on the line. Ray Parks misses from the outside. And that'll be a foul against Thirdy Ravena.
And that will be our 14th foul in this quarter. 20-point lead for the Gilas Pilipinas. 6:21 left in this ball game.
So Iran will be playing in the upcoming World Cup. They are in Group G with Spain, Cote d'Ivoire, and Brazil. Of course, the Philippines will be going up against the Dominican Republic, Italy, and Angola in Group A. And we need to aim for the Paris Olympics come next year.
Yep. Everybody's trying to get in there, That's the reason why Senegal is even playing as they try to go. Oh, power breaks but traveling. Skid.
Referee saying that he was not able to hit the brakes well. Dragging his pivot foot, called for steps as AJ Edu receives a nice ovation from the bench.
Oh, everybody's congratulating him. Low fives here. Great game, great effort.
4
Right,
minutes
Ramos.
gone by already here in the fourth and final quarter. As we thank you once again for joining us. Japet might have been fouled there. But a stop completed by Iran. And
You know what I
completes the
know?
play with the layup.
You know what I noticed, Carlo? We really miss Scotty Thompson a lot. Because right now, I think that's our weakest area, is our point guard position. And you can see that turnover. Scotty is quite good in and very confident with his game, carrying the ball. He's done that for Team Cone with Ginebra. So that's a guy that we really miss at this stage. Of course, besides Clarkson and maybe Kai,
Still on the mend is Scotty Thompson.
Oh,
That's a tough screen there. And it leads to an opening for the heading. And we wish Scotty Thompson continued recovery with that hand injury that he suffered in the European training camp. But I believe he was able to join his graduation rites because he was not able to make this trip. So congratulations as well to Scotty Thompson.
yeah.
Ball stays on the side of Gilas Pilipinas. Thirdy gives it up to Parks. Ray lost his grip on the basketball. That's another turnover. Bit of sloppy basketball from the Philippines. in the last few possessions.
Chris Newsom is coming in to replace Bobby Ray Parks, struggling also in this game. And Newsom is the guy that's really played a lot of point with his commercial team. With no?
This is when the offense is not on form. Adjustment is to send in a point guard. And that is what is expected from Chris Newsom at this stage, as we're just past the midway mark of the final quarter. Yazarlu on the drive, blocked by Newsom.
Even if Newsom is not scoring, that's what they need from him. His defense, ability to rebound on both sides of the floor, plus quarterbacking.
We all know how well he defended in the Southeast Asian Games. It was key to regaining the gold medal. Three-point shot way downtown is good for Hussein.
And down to a 13-point lead. That's what we saw with Iran. They never quit.
Yeah,
They don't quit. Yeah.
they will play with the same level of intensity and still trust their system. Oftana, good pass to Japet Aguilar. Back to Oftana, open momentarily for three, and he sends it home.
That's a bailout there for Japet. Being able to get it to a shooter who was open.
Back to a 16-point lead for Gilas. Japet defending the guy who just made the three-point shot. Might have dragged his pivot foot.
And we're in the penalty, so that foul will send the offended player to the free throw line.
Ooh, that was a clear traveling violation already from the replay, Dr. J. But again, these things happen. Referees can miss some calls from time to time. Japet exits, AJ Edo checks back in. And these are important minutes. It's important minutes, Dr. J, for AJ Edo.
I think, yeah, he's learning and learning. Oh, we're not yet in the penalty. I thought that red light there was a penalty already. Oh.
Now we are. Dr.
Yeah,
J.
now we're in the penalty.
Yep. 4 minutes remaining. Good swipe. Oh, what a foul against 30. Well, it was a little bit late, but they made it anyway. So those shots now coming up for Iran.
That's how he has always played. You know, he likes to reach in, try to steal the ball. You know, go coast to coast. But this time, they'll be taking 2 free throws.
But the defensive mentality, Dr.
He's there,
J,
you know.
Yep, but it
That's
has to
what he
adjust
is.
when you get to penalty situation.
Iran has missed a ton of free throws here in the fourth quarter. They've been given opportunities to come back here, but they have missed a lot of free throws. Making that second one.
All of a sudden, the full court press coming from Iran, easily handled by Gilas. Thanks to that forward pass from Newsom to Ravena. 72-57, still a 15-point lead for the Philippine side. Newsom using the Dwight Ramos ball screen. Nunu to Ramos for the shoot. Step to the side, three-point shot. Good line, a little strong. That's a rebound, is grabbed by Iran. Oh, and then a foul is called against Oftana. These are the fouls that you need to stay away from when you're in penalty.
You know, when you miss a shot or you're not able to get a rebound, you have to realize the situation of the penalty against your team. You cannot give up fouls and stop the clock and give free throws.
Renzabando will see action. 3 minutes 27 seconds remaining in this ball game. As we're waiting for the 2 free throws coming up here for Nosrat Yazarlu. Haven't seen Jamie Malonzo back in
And
this
Junmar
ball
has
game.
not been sent
Yep.
back anymore.
Again, maybe it's an opportunity for Coach Chodres to really push the likes of Calvin Oftana and Renzabando in 30 to play a little bit better here, because Jamie already did his job in the first half.
Correct. Edo, this guy's continuously being given the opportunity. You know, they probably want to size him up if we can really use him in the World Cup lineup.
Newsom
That was well read.
telegraphed. And this is just a 13-point lead now for Gilas. They need to defend a little bit better in the final 3 minutes of this ball game. 3-point shot will drop home as Ramos takes the basketball away. Forward pass to Obando, but they will not force the issue. 30 out to AJ. Pull-up jumper a little too strong.
And you got to take that with conviction.
Yeah. Heading down low. Too many defenders forcing him to that miss.
Nowhere to go.
Now Newsom locates Ramos. Handoff now to Ravenna with 12 remaining on the shot clock. Abando for 3. Short.
Bando never shy to take a shot when he's open. Well, we've stopped scoring for quite a while right now.
Still defending decently is Gilas Pilipinas. Abando staying square. Good challenge on the
Good
jumper.
defense.
Got a piece of it. Another block for Abando, his second of the matchup. Nice move. Oh, but could not finish for Ramos.
Kickball situation against Iran. So we'll have a fresh 14-second shot clock with 1:49 left.
And that will lead us to a timeout. Dr. J, 72-59, a 13-point lead for Gilas Pilipinas.
Team. But, you know, like I said, it's a matter of learning and getting the experience. We have to play better than this.
The Senegal did a great job versus Iran yesterday, winning by 10 points. Turnover leading to a fast break attack for Iran. So not what you want coming off a timeout from Coach Chot. .11 advantage. Newsom wants to add to it. That is a clear foul. 2 free throws coming up for New.
Yeah, I finally got a call. He realized what he did was when he saw the gap.
Because we know that starts are always, you know, the most difficult part of the game for Gilas as of late, no, as of their European training camp. But those 8 points early by Ramos allowed everyone to settle down.
Yeah, Ramos and Malonzo took care of us there in the beginning portion of this ball game. Malonzo actually hit the first 3-point shot for us right off the bat. So it's a 13-point lead. We're going to win what? But here we're learning, probably also realizing who are the players we can use and who we cannot at the moment. Nice play.
Could not keep up there as Yazarlo converts on the layup. Last couple of possessions remaining in this matchup. 8 p.m. It'll be Gilas Pilipinas versus Senegal. That will be tomorrow, still here on One Sports, of course. As
That's a
Iran,
foul,
that's a foul on
by 30.
You know, if there is something to correct, if there is something to try to avoid for yesterday's game, too many turnovers, Dr. J, for Gilas Pilipinas. Too many turnovers.
Yeah. And you know, Abando, even though he scored well, every time he penetrated, he almost always loses the ball. Got to realize that these are, you know, international team players already. And they close out on you when you put the ball down on the floor. Gonna reach in. And you know, referees are not always gonna bail you out by making a call. No? So you have to protect the ball.
Iran, again, will not stop playing. They're still trying to get back into this ball game, even if the clock is not their friend. Newsom asking for a high ball screen. And there's a switch on D. Newsom with a speed advantage. He swings it over to 30. Back to Newsom up top with a drive.
Nice
Good
pass.
Edo with a two-handed throwdown.
And the crowd loved that. They wanted to see somebody dunk the ball, you know. That was this one 30 read it all the way. Sorry. And just going to hold on.
And that will be the final stop of this ball game.
You have to cross the line. If not, you're going to get caught by the violation.
It's just fitting, Dr. J, that AJ Edu will finish strong in this matchup because this was a tremendous performance coming from the young big man.